Today we are looking at the holy trinity of supercars in LEGO form. This is Speed Champions from 2015, and in 2015 we got the Ferrari LaFerrari, the McLaren P1, and of course the 918 Spider. And let's take a look at the LaFerrari. So I think given that these came in the 6 stud wide configuration, you couldn't get a ton of detail in these things, but considering what LEGO cars were up until this time, I think especially the back here looks pretty nice. Obviously we had to do, this looks like a printed piece for the exhaust, so that was a good call there. And in the side view we can see that there are stickers for the front and the lights. Probably wasn't a great way to get around that. And as we can see here from the side view, we are using stickers for the front scoop and the lights. I like this brick technique on the side to kind of make it a little bit more angular, but we do get some nice Ferrari badging throughout. And altogether, when this set came out, if you're a Ferrari fan, this was a pretty good one to get, and all of these were 15 bucks. And next up we have the McLaren P1, and as you can see, kind of the standout is the skateboard for the spoiler here. They use this slope tile and this flat tile up top to kind of create the intake scoop, I guess, going into the back. And we see a pretty heavy reliance on stickers to capture the side scoops, but I think for $15 this is not bad. You also get this minifigure with a McLaren shirt. And the 918 Spider, probably one of the hardest to capture just because of how curvy it is and all the shapes that are going on. I think they did a pretty decent job, especially, you know, there were things that we had to compromise on here. Stickers for the exhaust on the back as well as on the side for the fuel port, and I think is on the other side because this was a hybrid, so it had an electric charger. We do see some stickers on the 1x1 tiles up front and along the wheel arches, and for the Porsche badge, and for the functional intake, I guess, on the front. And then the back just leaves a little bit to be desired. Again, I think this was probably a pretty hard car to capture the shape of, but it's a great challenge, I guess, for them to have tried to do it. This is something that I think they could execute really well on, especially if we look back to that McLaren Elva that they did either last year or the year before that.